Welcome to Senior's Last Word. It's the Star Times UPL, and after 4 games, KCC on top with 10 points, followed by NEC. Some surprises because UPDF are in third, Express in fourth. Where is Vipers? Where is the champions, SC Villa? And where is Bull? Bull, shocking because they're in 15th place, just 1 point from bottom. Villa still trying to find their way. They're in 6th place after their third game. Vipers, also after 3 games, they are in 9th place. But then Chitara in 11th. Whatever is happening, there are shocks there. And a lot of people are thinking, what's happening to this season? And so many people are saying, Chitara, Bull, they are probably pretenders. And now they are being found out. That's the talk on the street. That's what most of the analysts and pundits are saying. And they're also saying that Vipers are struggling. They are saying that this is going to be a very, very tough ride. And I want to disagree with all of you. Whoever thinks that Bull, Villa, Vipers, Chitara are having a hard time and this is going to be a horrible season, I want to disagree entirely because I see things completely differently. Listen to me, and maybe at the time I am done with you, you will agree with me that it's just a tough season and it's a tough start to the 2024-25 season. It's the Star Times UPL, and as I promised you, I will be analyzing for you every week the state of the league, what's happening, and who is well placed that particular match day. Right now, I want to go straight into the current positions on the table and alert you that UPDF, the surprise there, and Express, yes, they're not dark horses, but they're surprises. What's happening in the league? Why do I disagree with everybody who believes that Chitara, Bull, probably Vipers, and Villa are low and therefore they are going down? Totally wrong. Just look at the fixture. For me, that's the problem. Has anybody noticed that it's the fixture that has brought up this situation? It's tough. This first match days, very tough fixtures. Let's take Bull, who won the FIFA Super 8 League and also won the FIFA Juniors League, that is the under 16. They are 15th and would say whatever is happening is a bad sign. Probably not. Why? Look at their first 4 fixtures. Among the teams they played and lost to, Villa beat them. Villa are champions. Bull finished second, just behind them. Surprise there that they lose to Villa? No. Villa is one of their first fixtures. They drew with KCCA. I know in recent seasons, they've probably been a kind of bogey team to KCC, but they drew with KCCA. You want to tell me that when Bull draws with KCCA, that's a shock result? It is when KCCA doesn't beat Bull, it's when it becomes a shock result. So yes, when you play Villa and KCC among your first 4 fixtures, you are going to probably find the going tough. The surprise there that they've lost to Mbara 2-0 could be one of them. But I take a different view. Do you know who is coaching Mbara today? It's Livingstone Mbabazi, who is there as in his second stint. A Livingstone Mbabazi team, any season, any day, no matter what season he's in charge of, what team he's in charge of, will be a problem to any of the big teams. We know through history that Livingstone Mbabazi, when his team faces KCCA, Villa, Vipers, Express, we know what happens because he's so good in one-on-one when it comes to the big boys. That's when his tactical acumen is really tasted. So when you meet a Mbarara team, whose coach is Mbabazi, and it beats you, that's not a surprise. Don't look at Mbarara beating Bull. Look at Livingstone Mbabazi beating Bull because it is a Livingstone Mbabazi. It is a Mbabazi thing. He's so good when he's playing against the big teams. Tactically, few coaches in the league today are as good as him when it comes to beating the big boys. So Bull has lost to a Livingstone Mbabazi team. Bull has drawn with KCCA and Bull has lost to Villa only because the fixture has it that they had to meet those teams in the first 4 match days. If Bull were ever going to lose any points in the season at any one time, you would think these are the teams they should or they could have lost points to. So for me, that's not a shock. It says nothing about the status of Bull. It says nothing about their form. It is just the fixture. That's how tough it has been. Let's go to Chitara because now the saying is, and the word out there is that fans are saying the coach should go. The coach should go. What's wrong with football fans? Chitara, they played NEC at home, their first home game. Neck and Chitara today is like a derby. These two newbies in the league have been at each other since last season. The first season they both entered the league. They played the cup final. Chitara ended up winning. When you look at the money, who has the money? Who has the big players? Right now in the league, it is these two. Financially, materially in terms of the players, and then the football on the ground, because Neck finished 6th. They just stepped out of the top 3, probably in the last 3 or 4 weeks of the season, but throughout last season, Neck was in the top 4, in fact even top 3 at some point. Chitara as well. So when these two meet, come on boys, there is nothing surprising about Neck beating Chitara. That's not something to be disappointed or look at it in a negative way. Let's take KCC, who beat Chitara. Yes, we all know that Chitara has had an edge over KCCA lately. They hadn't beaten Chitara. I think Chitara rejoined the league. But guys, that was an anomaly. Chitara beating KCC, doesn't matter when, is anomaly. KCCA this season has put things right. A win over Chitara any season is expected if the team is KCCA. And let me remind you, KCCA are top of the table after 4 games on 10 points. Guys, they are another team that has conceded just 1 goal. Do you know the teams that KCCA has played so far this season? They've played who? Chitara is one of them. Haven't they? Yes, they have. They've played URA, a Boge team usually, but KC has beaten them. They've played who? Bright Stars, another Boge team over the seasons to KCCA. And of course, they've played Bull. You are telling me that Bull, URA, and Bright Stars, who normally get a point off KCC, but this time KC has come up to put the record straight. You are telling me that they've had an easy ride? Absolutely not. So a defeat to KCCA if Chitara is nothing surprising, nothing shocking. So a problem there? Yes, you're going to highlight Police and tell me that how could they lose Police yesterday in their 4th game? Ladies and gentlemen, Police were champions of the big league last season, weren't they? Police has been in the league before. They are former champions of the league, right or wrong? Police came in this league because they topped and won the FUFA Big League last season. How did Chitara come in last season? They were the champions of the FUFA Big League. But in their first season, they became a problem straight away. So any shock there that another champion of the FUFA Big League has come in the league and straight away giving it to the teams they found there? Or have you also forgotten that Police and Chitara are not new to each other? Chitara just came in the league this last season. It means Chitara and Police were facing each other before in the big league. So when the two meet, you think it's a shock that Police will beat Chitara? Of course not. You come in as FUFA Big League champion. Chitara came in as FUFA Big League champion last season. They became a problem. A FUFA Big League champion is not a small team. They have proved that they have quality and they are good enough to compete at the top level. Police, with his traditional reputation and history, they had to come and cause problems. So for me, Chitara losing to who? Neck, no shock, no surprise. KCCA, what's special there? And Police, absolutely nothing. Again, it is the fixture. Because if in the season they hadn't met these teams in the first 4 match days, they were still going to stand a risk of losing points to those 10 teams. So what I'm saying, it is the tough fixture, not that Chitara is any weaker or it has problems there. Yes, I know Omedi hasn't yet scored, yes, but Jude Semugabi has scored 2 goals already. We know that we're waiting for Omedi to score. He's not scoring the goals. Yes, at some point he will. For now, things are tough. The matches are tough. The fixtures are tough. And that's the thing that explains Chitara's performance. Not that it's not good enemy, or not that they're weak, or not that they were really running ahead of their time. Absolutely not. Vipers losing to Neck. Well, Neck today will beat anybody. That's why they had won at Chitara, and they also beat Vipers. They will beat anybody. They are that strong. Yes, you expect that being Vipers, they will win anything, but not against this Neck side. Lugazi, maybe that is the only shock of the first 4 rounds, the 0-0 there when Vipers went to visit, and for me that's the one I pick out. But when you go to Villa losing to Mbale Heroes, again you're going to tell me Mbale Heroes have just returned to the league. Mbale Heroes, I said it before, once Mbale Heroes came back, forget the fact that they've just come back. It is the Mbale Heroes of old. That's what tradition means in football. This team, Mbale Heroes, since time immemorial, has always been a tough ground and a tough team for the traditional teams, whether you are KCC, Villa, Express, or whether you call yourself against Mbale Heroes. Doesn't matter that this is the new Mbale Heroes. It is Mbale Heroes. That's heritage. That's history. That's the pedigree they have. They will beat and shock anyone right at home. And remember, they had started with Express. They tested themselves. They went home to wait for Villa, and they showed that the Mbale Heroes of old is back. So what is shocking about Mbale Heroes beating Villa? Mbale Heroes, one of the teams expected to cause problems this season as well. And NEC losing to Express 2-1. Well, you are going to tell me that I should sit down and think that because NEC has finally lost after having the first 3 games, winning the first 3 games, now I begin questioning NEC because they've lost to Express Football Club, traditional winners of the league, Express Football Club? No! So for me, guys, no matter which way you look at the first 4 match days, no matter the analysis that shows that Chitara and Bull, yes, have started poorly, it has nothing to do with their strength or weakness. The fixture this season, the first 6 match days, if you look at the fixture, they've been tough. Whether it was deliberate or not, I don't know. But that's exactly to test the strength of this league. And what you're saying and what you're finding out at this league is tough. Every team is big. Is not big, is tough. And teams are going to have to fight every game. I love what I'm seeing. I love what I'm seeing because this is a tough league. It's competitive. What we have now, KCCA for now, proving that they're best for now. They proved it. Tough fixtures, they've gone through them, they're leading by 10 points and they've conceded just 1 goal. Do you know how many goals they conceded last season? 34 goals. And they conceded the most number of goals in the top 10 last season. Actually, the second highest number of goals that were conceded last season in the top 10, KCC were that poor in defense. But going forward, KCC were by far the best scorers last season, 54 goals. They scored 14 goals more than SC Villa. What they've done this season is to get the balance right. Straight away, Mobiru and his team have corrected the defense. Now, they've corrected their weakest department last season, which was defense. They've corrected that. They are not conceding goals. They are maintaining the way they go forward and score goals. So, the best team right now, because they've made their homework and put everything right that went wrong last season. For me, looking at things and the way I'm looking at the table, I'm thinking the best team is on top. But I'm trying to discount anyone who is suggesting that Chitara and Bull FC have lost it. They've not lost anything. I've watched all the games. They are still good. Their quality is good. Their strength is not in question. Their strength and depth is not in question. What is happening is the tough fixture in the first 6 match days because the teams they've lost to, they could have lost to at any one time in the season. Unfortunately, they came so early in the season and we are yet to see these teams getting back, not on form, but they're winning ways. If you lose to the teams they've lost to, you drop points to the teams they've lost to, there's nothing surprising, nothing shocking. But for now, KCC coming good, and that's my last word.